Welcome to the Take the Heat podcast. I'm Blake Beams with Jake Curry. Today we got a special episode where we're taking a look at what happened to the Phoenix Suns.
That might be this. Well, I wouldn't say might be. It is the biggest disappointment of this season so far.
Oh, by
Easily
miles.
the biggest.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, or even Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn's out in the first round.
I'm just saying, when you win 64 games,
Yep.
and then you get bounced in the second round.
Best team, and I'm gonna stand by this till I die. The Suns were the best team going to the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
by far. I'm not even
For
not
sure.
by far because the
Easily.
Celtics are right there.
Nah, they wouldn't. It wasn't close.
You don't think?
Wasn't close. Not even.
Yeah, you don't win
remotely
64
close.
games and you're not.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right now, though, I'd go Warriors. Probably no. I'd go Celtics.
Oh, we're
best team
jumping
in the
right
NBA.
into it.
Yeah, I'd go
Ridiculous.
Celtics. I go Celtics. I mean, I'm just saying Celtics like best team in the NBA right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
right now I'd go Celtics.
Here's the thing, though. I'm fine with giving them that title, best team in the NBA, but I don't think they're most likely to win the title.
No.
You got the
They
Warriors.
won't get out the East.
There's the Heat fan.
Boston's not getting out the East.
There's the Heat
Look,
fan.
I'll stand by that until it doesn't happen.
I mean,
But
I like the Heat. I think
I
they're
do
cool.
too.
You know
I
what
do
mean?
too. Game one
I
tonight.
like to take the Heat personally.
Game one tonight.
I'm here
at
all week,
7:30.
everybody.
Yes, sir. But I mean, this easily was the worst Game 7 performance in NBA
Oh, my
history.
God.
The fact you
Dude.
were as a 1 seed, you're trailing by 30 at halftime.
Yep.
That's just unheard of.
Well, one
So,
point they were down at halftime. Do you know how many points they had at halftime?
27. wasn't it?
27
Luka had
points
that many at
at
halftime by
halftime.
himself.
Yes.
So I mean, that's coming from a 1 seed. That's ridiculous.
And I feel like it's almost discrediting Luka because how good he played. But there is no excuse for a team like Phoenix to play how they did.
I mean, you're playing against Luka and 14 other role players.
Hey, let's.
I know Jalen Brunson. I get that.
Props to Brunson, Dinwiddie, and Dorian Finney-Smith.
Hey, he really came onto the scene this postseason.
Dorian Finney-Smith
Oh,
is
man.
him.
Hey, he might get him some money this offseason too.
Dorian Finney-Smith is him, ladies and
sure.
gentlemen. I remember when he was backing up Harrison Barnes when they gave him that huge contract after his Warriors stint.
Harrison Barnes, I forgot about
I know,
him.
right? I mean, he's still in the league, but you just don't hear his name.
Is he
that
in
much.
Sacramento
I
now?
think he still is in Sacramento.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I like Harrison Barnes.
I do too. He was balling
Remember
when
coming
he
out of
was
North
with the Warriors.
Carolina?
Yeah,
That guy was unbelievable.
he was tough
Yeah,
for
but-
sure.
Back to the point. We're getting off track again. The Mavericks played so good that it made the Suns look not like the Suns. That statement seems like it makes no sense. But the Suns played bad, obviously. But then there's a point where it's like, what is this Mavericks team? Because you've got, like you said, you got Luka. And I mean, you might be able to upgrade him from role players after this, but like right now, let's just say 14 other role players, non-all-stars at least. You're walking them, literal dog walk.
Exactly.
Because the Pelicans? You were having those crazy thoughts that the Pelicans might come out the Suns.
But do you blame me now? Because this
I do
this
blame
team
you,
right
yeah.
here. This team, look, but this same Suns team is the team I told you they just don't look like the same team they were in
They
the
did in the
regular
regular
season.
season.
And come to find out, they weren't the same team.
Yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. It blows me away.
Exactly.
Simply, I don't know how the Mavericks played so good it made the Suns look terrible, and they did play terrible.
Now we can't give all the credit in the world to the Mavericks.
No.
Just because
Dude, the Suns collapsed.
The Suns just looked awful.
Literally
you had
collapsed.
in game 7, Devin Booker shot 4 for 18.
21, I think.
4 for 18, 4 something like that.
I think it was 4 for
But
21.
as a star player getting paid, he possibly can get a max extension if he
He
makes all,
is getting
if
a
he gets
max
if
extension.
he makes on the All NBA team, he gets the max extension.
Supermax or the max?
I forgot it's one.
'Cause the
I think
Supermax
I think it's
is-
Supermax is like 4 years, 211 million.
That's like
something
5-2-10. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about around in that
somewhere
range.
around there.
But if you're in contention for a contract that big,
Yep.
in a game 7, you cannot have a game like this.
You know who did that a few years ago?
Who?
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but that's Ben Simmons. This is. I mean,
whoa!
I mean, I don't know. I just really don't know what happened to this team. Just because, and you know what else? It's time to stop hyping up Chris Paul. It's time. It's
know.
time to stop feeling
God, it
sorry. It's time to stop feeling sorry for this man. He's had plenty of opportunities ever since he's been
In
with
Houston.
the Clippers. I'd say with
I
the
wouldn't
Clippers
say the
because
Clippers.
there was that one year he had a lead on San Antonio.
Yeah,
in the
that was
second
the.
round.
I would say
So-
before this series, that is the only time we had seen Chris Paul just not play good.
Exactly.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like the LeBron 11 Mavericks series.
Oh, man.
And I'm not gonna say
Don't
not
remind me of
good,
that.
but what
Don't remind me of that.
I know you're a Heat fan. What I am gonna say is, like you said, that's the only time we've seen Chris Paul not, or he was a primary focus in a loss.
Exactly.
Was that Spurs series and this series, and it's simply you can't avoid it. I'm a Chris Paul defender. Chris Paul is one of my favorite players ever. But you cannot defend what he did this series.
Not at all.
You can't defend what the Phoenix Suns did this series, and the Phoenix Suns can't defend the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, it got to the point it was so bad, the Suns had to put out an apology to the fans after the game.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
You had to issue a PSA because how bad you played basketball.
That's awful. But the one thing that really ruined this Suns team was expectations.
Oh, for sure.
Expectations killed this team simply because you had a team coming from last year who choked a 2-0 lead in the finals.
Yep.
So everybody automatically thought, oh, they'll just be right back. Oh, I mean, they just played.
They were my finals.
I mean,
I had them in the Bucks.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Where they are
I had them in Miami at one point. But, I mean, just coming in, you had players playing nonchalantly in game 4 and 5.
Yeah.
You got Chris Paul and Devin Booker, who are supposed to be the star players, playing like they're playing. And then you have DeAndre Ayton getting
Thank you.
benched.
I was going to, yep.
You got him getting benched in game 7 just because he didn't want to play.
Literally.
Because Monty Williams, somebody said they heard Monty Williams say, you quitting on the team.
Well,
so what do you do with that?
This brings the question, right? What is DeAndre Ayton?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
What can you do with him? Seriously.
I mean,
because there were rumblings earlier in the year, and it's like, are they going to trade him? Or are they going to get him
that's
this? Are they gonna
hotter
get-
than ever right now.
Yeah, like
Trade talks are getting hotter than ever right now.
I wouldn't say it's scary, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, where is this young guy going?
Exactly.
First overall pick over Luka and Trey in 2019 draft.
Something like that, yep.
And he was good.
Oh, he was real
DeAndre
good.
Ayton was
Real
good.
Real good. I mean, even in the regular season this year, he was
Yeah, he
amazing.
was a good player. He played
Exactly.
good basketball. He was super young. Then what's his piece though? Why are we even having this conversation? Why is he still why is this happening? This shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean?
It shouldn't, not at all.
No,
not
he
even
is not
remotely
that
close.
kind of player.
But when you're I mean, you can't even make an excuse for it.
No, it's terrible.
Just for, I mean, especially game 7 when you just quit on the team
Yep.
altogether. What's that show you?
Supposedly, we don't know the whole story, but I would.
Because Monty Williams did say post game when they asked him why you benched him, he said it was internal. So
Ooh.
that's something they need to keep an eye on. But what do you do this coming off season? Because the Suns, their checkbooks are looking ridiculous right now.
Well, do you know when
So-
Aiden's available for extension? I don't. So I'm
I have
asking
no
you. I can
idea.
check it real quick. But that also begs it. Do they trade him? And if so,
I
who's
say
taking
yes. I say yes.
Well,
There's a few. I actually did. I went back yesterday and I saw some trades and tweaked them a little bit. There was one that really stood out to me though. I saw one where he goes to Houston, or not Houston, Charlotte.
It's like, please don't go to Houston.
For Charlotte, yeah, because you can't really. Houston ain't got nothing to give up.
It's like, well, they got KPG and Jalen Green. over here.
I mean,
not
they won't-
KPJ. My bad. Kevin Porter's a
yeah,
calf.
they won't give up. They won't give up their rookies for him.
No.
But I saw one send him to Charlotte for Gordon Hayward, I think PJ Washington, and 2 first-rounders. That frees up a lot of space.
That's a lot for DeAndre Ayton.
That frees up a lot of space money-wise. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think DeAndre Ayton's still capable of. He's still a high-caliber player.
Okay.
So I think you'd have to give up a lot just for him. But I think that's pretty solid because Gordon Hayward hasn't done much recently.
No, it did.
PJ Washington, I think he was coming off injury, wasn't he, at some point last year?
Yeah, but he played really good still.
That's
He's
what
a
I'm
great
saying.
shooter. Yeah.
So I think that would be a real solid trade. Or you could send him to San Antonio for Lonnie Walker and a couple picks. That would be that. That's not ideal really for Phoenix fans, but
Well, I googled it just now, so we got it up here. DeAndre is this year. This
Okay.
year he is entering restricted free agency. I'm assuming you know if restricted is?
Yeah.
Where they could if you don't know restricted free agency, the Suns can go over their cap limit to bring him back if they so choose. But that also begs the question: does he not want to be there? First of all, and 2, who wants him then? Because and it hurts because it's not the case most of the time. But if you hear a player say I don't want to be here, teams are going to look at that and just look away.
right.
Especially when he's up for a contract. It says right here the maximum scale extension that the Suns can give him because they're the current contract holders is 5 years, $172.5 million. So if they trade this contract not before free agency, but during that era,
Yeah.
and they decide, and the team that trades for him decides to extend him, and they extend him on their 5th-year deal, then that means they're going to be paying this dude a max. Why would you give up that much to pay? I'm not giving up Lonnie Walker. I'm not giving up 2 firsts to pay 8 and a max.
Yeah. But now begs the question: do the Suns trade him? Try to get younger pieces to correlate and work around with Chris Paul.
You retool
Just
as soon as you
because-
can
that's
because
what I'm
Chris
saying.
Paul is on his last
That's what
leg.
I'm saying. Do you get Ayton out of there, get some younger guys in there, and try to make a run at the title again?
No, you have to. No,
Because
you were right now.
That also brings up another question. Is Chris Paul's championship window officially closed?
No.
Would we say, you're saying no?
He's a step behind now,
I
but
don't
Chris
know,
Paul
though.
can win a championship next
I
year.
really don't know. He hasn't been able to, ever since he's been with LA, ever since he was in LA, he hasn't been able to capitalize on any opportunity at all. I saw a stat the other day. It said he's 0-6. He's lost 6 series when he was up 0-2 or he was up 2-0. So he has not been able to capitalize on really anything. You were up a couple games on San Antonio when you were in LA. You were up on the Warriors for a couple years.
Yep.
In Houston, but still lost those games.
Got hurt, hamstring.
Yeah,
That's all hamstring.
They would have won that series.
I think they would have won the
for
title.
sure would have won. Yeah, for sure that year. Last year you choked 2-0 to the Bucks, and then this year you choked 2-0 to Dallas. Yeah. So just the fact he can't capitalize when it really, really matters, that scares me. Just knowing that he probably, most likely, won't win a title before his career is over with.
Oh, well, it's looking like we got to wrap up now. I kind of wish we can keep going with this one just because how like intriguing it is.
Yeah.
But like, do you got any final thoughts on it? Because like personally, what I think Chris Paul can do it. I want Chris Paul to do it, but I don't think it's like. And by not likely, I can't even put a percentage on it because I just can't see it.
I say no. I say the window's closed.
It's done.
Yeah, it's done. There's no.
What a sad way to end.
Just because of all the younger players that are finally elevating, like Jason Tatum, Luka, Trae Young, somewhat. You got Hero in Miami, but. I mean, I don't think, just because of the younger aspect coming into the league, I don't think he can do it. Just because of the age factor really plays a part in winning a title now.
Well, Jake, everybody else at home, me, Blake, Jake, whoever else is here, thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Make sure you tune in Thursday as well. Mm-hmm. We're getting Rafe Swearingen, who's a baseball player at Jeff High, so we're getting some Jeff High-related content, and we're just going to kind of preview sectionals and what they're going to do in the playoffs and congratulate a lot of the senior athletes as well. Yep. Rafe is a senior. He's going to be graduating next Thursday. Is it next Thursday, the school's graduation?
So.
Next Thursday. Yeah, so make sure you tune in then, especially if you're more interested in the Jeff High side of this, and we're going to try to get more in them, especially next year when basketball and football starts back up. Yeah. But thank you for listening. Take the Eat Podcast, Blake Beans, Jake Curry. Follow the Instagram, Take the Eat Podcast, and thank you for joining, and have a nice day.